4, and of course TNC, their tournament and grand final lives are on the line. They need to win this game 4 to get to a game 5. And John, I will ask you the hardest question of all. Is this draft going to be enough to force it to a game number 5? Now, but Armel definitely going to get aggressive, having that power rune up on himself. Abed probably not going to die here, but he is going to take a fair bit of damage. Does have a TP coming in to fill up his bottle thanks to Arfu. In fact, they didn't fill up the bottle, they just gave him a salve. So Arfu probably just wasn't at the fountain at the time. Get the fountain buff. Does give a salve over, and that's just as good for Abed.
Yeah, you are seeing Armel pull ahead in this lane though. 24-9, Abed not too far behind at 21-0, but I believe you have to count a couple of jungle creeps in there. So definitely a better start for Armel. This is what you'd want to see from the DP. Should have a smooth ride into level 6, where he might commit for the exorcism, and that's going to be an important timing for him.
Fairby might be first blood. Arfu, the one to take it this time around on the Earth. Just to stand and kind of build up on the Enigma. He is going to require In Your Dream to get a bit more farm up on this Spectre, but now he has the Blade Mail up, which means he is set to escalate. And of course, Abed on the Storm is just behind In Your Dream in net worth. The unspoken hero of TNC, though, is going to be Armel on the DP, who is very close to picking up that Yule Scepter. Obviously helped out in getting that top tier 1 tower. Now poor old Arfu is going to roll into an invisible target. He's going to try and make the run, but Tim's is going to chase him down. They have the silence, but the arrow does not connect. But the Crypt Swarm will from Armel. They get another nice little pick off there for the DP. And now a quick Moonlight Shadow out. As bot lane, KP is going to try and make the jump onto Ice. Ice is going to go for the TP. The stop is not going to make it in time.
Overall, both teams just trying to maximize their farm efficiency right now. You are giving some space out to In Your Dream. He's clearing out the stacks as you'd expect with the Blade Mail. Of course, Ice is just trying to work that bot lane and help In Your Dream as well. Because of the shared farming space, though, that does mean Ice's timings is not going to be as hot, mainly because In Your Dream doesn't flash farm as fast as a troll with Battle Fury. Speaking of that troll, Gabby, still waiting for his Perseverance to be out, so he's not farming as fast as he'd want as well, but Team Dog have smoked up his tree.
Try and make something happen.
Radiant's middle tower.
They're not bringing Ice along. They don't have the black hole anyway, but it was up in 5. Instead, they spun out Fairbeam. They're just going to go for the easy pick-off on the Elder Titan, but Armel is going to be right behind them. Fairbeam is going to die. Now the Horn Tin. They want to try for Armel, it seems. Your Dream does come in.
Finish the Battle Fury anyway, as I say that. So, farm acceleration going to kick up here for Gabby. You need to kind of make In Your Dream work, although
Peter Malice is going to catch him out a second time, but they have the arrow follow-up anyway. And Arfu going to be the second unfortunate victim of that Yule's arrow combination. Out from Armel and Tim's. Polison may get caught. KP. Oh, nice Peter Malice just on the edge there on Polison. It's not going to be long enough, but maybe if this arrow connects, would have been, but they will not connect it. Still, it looks like TNC have found a double stack in the jungle. They'll happily just give that over to KP. More than happy to take that off the hands of Team Dog. Polison still playing with fire here. Stomp does connect. Arrow is going to be there to follow up, and that is a dead Enchantress.
Pretty nice pickups there for TNC. Not the biggest targets
In Your Dream to actually overtake Gabby in terms of net worth. For the first time this game, they might even get this mid tower as now Zip-In once again from Abed is going to be on to KP. They do kill off Polison. KP trying to run. Abed doesn't really have the damage output even with the DD rune. Instead they'll try onto Febby. In Your Dream still just moving forward, but Febby's still alive. Eventually In Your Dream will be able to kill him off, but now Armel coming in. Does have the Spirit Siphon, and they might get this Spectre, and will. In Your Dream going a bit too far forward. And Abed seemed to have the right idea there by backing off, but the other two did not get the memo. TNC, they're rushing for the Roshan pit now.
going to be a really easy rush to take. They've got the Exorcism pop here from our Mel. They know there's no haunt. They know there's no black hole. It's super safe to go for this objective. Team Dog, you've got to reel in that aggression a bit. You've got the Spectre. You need to play the slow game, or at least match the pace of TNC. They overextend, and now they're going to be punished for it. Ice did spot out the movement, but he can't really do much. So Gabby's got a second life, and he is number 1 net worth now. So definitely pulling ahead here on the side of TNC. Team Dog, it does feel greedy. Like, this Tricore is just so greedy. They need to play the long game. I'd say they might want to wait 10 minutes. The 30-minute mark is when you'd probably be cleaned up here, finished up on Ice and on Abed, especially, and in your dream. Abed does get enough space to clear a tier 2, so they get some nice gold. He is playing with fire.
Oh, in your dream, they spotted out the Spectre, but the slow's not going to be there. Still, Armel does get the Yule Scepter off. In your dream, trying to run. He's been stopped up. Tims jumps in. The Earthsplitter is going to be there. He pops the Blade Mail, barely avoiding it, but it is not going to be enough. He does go down. That's a massive pick off for TNC now as they go after Paulson as well. Gabby wants the last hit, gets the last hit.
Nothing else. Progression has slowed down. And they really just aren't as efficient right now as TNC. They just can't work the map. They've lost control of their top jungle. They only really have the triangle that's safe. Every other spot is a risk right now. And this is surprising. We were hyping up the Afu Earth Spirit, but he hasn't been able to get as much aggression past that laning phase. And that is kind of costing him here.
Abed? That was a very dangerous zip. I thought he was trying to go for a TP out. Abed! I believe he misclicked. I'm pretty sure he wanted a zip TP.
Gabby's calling him he's a busted head. He's crazy, and Abed says he was sleepy. He fell asleep.
Apparently,
Abed actually fell asleep.
Because you can haunt for vision, but it's not how you want to use it.
Nah. Really awkward sentry ward drop there from Afu as well. It was spotted out. They knew someone was smoked up, which meant that TNC was just going to group up and wait for something to pass, and they are moonlit up now.
They are underneath the sentry ward, though. It's going to make it a little bit hard to initiate here for KB, but he does block off that pathway. Almost daring them to try and come in after him as he goes to the outpost now. They do jump in now with the Midnight Pulse, just trying to burst down the Unlord on KP. It is going to go down, and perhaps they overestimated how strong they were as the black hole now comes out. Oh, Gabby, he ran into the black hole. He will be alright. Armel does die, however, Gabby's going to have to try and fight this one out for the team. They will go after Arthur and take down the Earth Spirit. On to In Your Dream, he pops the Blade Mail, but it is going to be nowhere near enough. So much damage on the Troll Warlord right now. They are not running towards any hero though, so this Moonlight is going to be more of a let's relocate to the left side of the map. Take over the other side of the jungle. We'll give their triangle back for a bit. There's no creeps there anyway. However, your dream. Oh, it's going to jump in. Black hole is going to be there. They're trying to burst down Gabby, but he got the BKB off in time. I don't think they have enough. Gabby's going to turn around now with the Abyssal Blade. Back on Eyesight. He'll get one. And now, well, the Spectre. She really is not that tanky, John. In Your Dream's going to die. Polison's gone as well. Afu tries to roll in onto Tims, but that was not the idea. They will lose a fourth hero. The only person left was Abed. But the buybacks do fly out. Whole team had buybacks ready to go. In Your Dream, the only one to not buy back yet. They don't have Black Hole though. How do you defend this? Arthur is going to kick Gabby back. The Vortex out from Abed. Maybe they get Gabby, and they do. The Dire, the one to claim the kill is Abed. He gets another. Onto Tims now. They need everything they can get. They'll go on to Tims Marana. They will get him as well. With the Ags on Abed. It's basically how they lost game number 3. They're going to Dark Rift up towards the top lane, and it looks like they might be ready to try and make a high ground push happen with this Aegis. With the Axe Blessing on the DP, however, Arthur rolling in, it looks like they do go on to Armel. The Black Hole going to be committed. Armel, he's just going to die. Gabby is there with the Abyssal Blade after Eyesight. Another Black Hole going to come out, though it's not going to be enough. Gabby does take him out. Onto In Your Dream, they get the Spectre as well. No buyback, but Abed comes in for a Vortex, but they don't have the damage output. Arthur going to keep the Magnetize going. Baby dropping low, but he is going to be okay. Back to the fountain for him. Meanwhile, Arfu is caught out now by Armel and is going to die. And everything is going to be just fine for the side of TNC. Is now with 3 heroes down with that buyback. They should be able to get Megas up and probably just finish the game off, and they are. They're going to try. It's going to be a very hard defense with just your Storm. He's going to go for the creep wave from the backlines, but he's been caught out. Arrow does connect. The tips do also come out. A Divine blown out by Gabby, but the GG's been called. Abed's had enough of Game 4, and we are officially, for the first time in BTS Pro Series history, going to a Game 5.
Took 4 seasons, Mike, but that coveted Game 5 makes it its appearance. TNC